Hi, my name is Dawn McMullen. I'm chair of the board of Congo Restoration, and this is my friend Goretti Nabushosi, who's much more interesting to listen to, so I'll quickly tell you a little bit about Congo Restoration, then pass it off to her. First, I'm just curious, how many of you knew Ben and Jeanne Young? Lots of you. All right, well, I'm going to tell you, I'll save that for just a minute. Okay, so Congo Restoration is an organization that Goretti founded. She is a refugee. She came to the United States as a refugee, and I know Northridge has a very long history of helping with refugees. So she moved here. She's an attorney by trade. She was fighting for women's rights there in a place where that was very dangerous. So she came here as a refugee. She raised her children here, and then she went back when her country was still at war. The war is very complicated, but some of it was an overflow of the genocide in Rwanda, which some of you may be familiar with. It was, you know, in a movie, very famous. So when she went back, she just saw chaos and war and sorrow, and she has created she's created something to try to put those pieces back together, the center of which is education. Education's always been very important to Goretti, as it was to Ben and Jeanne Young, so that's what brings us all together here today. Congo Restoration has a sewing school where we educate young women who have not had the opportunity to go to school beyond primary school. School is not mandatory, nor is it free in Congo, so because of the culture, if people have the funds to send their children to school, they are most likely to send boys, so many girls don't have the chance at any education at all. Some just have the chance to go to primary school, and then when they're old enough to work in the fields, that is their future. So the sewing school takes in those women, those young women, and teaches them a trade, and then they go off and they start their own business, and 99% of them have, and then they educate their children, and everything changes for that family. So we've had that sewing school since 2010. In 2019, Goretti, because she is always looking for ways to educate differently and better, she suggested we start a all-girls primary school. So now we have that, and we have grades 1 through 4. And could somebody hold up the sign just to show them? And then I'm going to pass it on to her. The class we just built, which is the 5th grade classroom, funds from the Ben and Jeanne Young Foundation funded this classroom, and we could not have done it without Ben and Jeanne Young. So that's going to hang actually in the classroom in Congo. She's going to take it back, and so thank you so much for that, and many thanks to Ben and Jeanne Young. And I'm going to pass this off to Goretti, who's going to tell us about the impact and the hope that we've seen there.
Jambo.
Jambo.
Wow, I'm impressed. This is the true. This is a really missionary church. I'm so happy. Thank you very much for having us. We are Congo Restoration Organization, like my friend Dan introduced me. My name is Goretti Nabushosi, and we start the work. We're not going to go to all of that, but we are here today really to just say thank you very much. Thank you again. I don't know how much I can thank you guys because of the work we just done with the School of the Girls. I was sharing with my friend earlier, I say, I know Ben and Jeanne and Ben Young, the foundation, they did really, really good. They impact the life of the people through education, but they did 100% more for where we are coming from. Just because the school, we start with the girls, because of this fund from Jeanne and Ben Young, it allows us to put the children in school. This is a place where children, especially women, they don't have a right for education. They could not go to school. If some can go to school, it's because they have to pay a lot of money, and most of the people are poor, they cannot afford to pay education. But we are giving free education through to this foundation just because the class that we build, Jeanne and Ben Young class is a class, is going to be our 5th and 6th grade. We did not have the money to build that class. but just because of this opportunity, now those girls, they can be finally in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. We had a school for first, second, third, fourth, but we do not have the classrooms for 5th and 6th grade. Here now, because of this money, we managed to build a school for those girls so they can finish elementary school. And this is a great, great thing. This is a big impact. Ever since those girls they start going to school, all the community change. You cannot imagine. They can now speak, really feel themselves, and they can speak the language of education, which is French. Where I'm coming from, we speak Swahili. That's why I say Jambo. It means hi in Swahili. So they were speaking only Swahili and some traditional language just because they could not go to school. Now, because of the education, they can now speak French, they can afford to speak in public, they can know how now to be independent tomorrow, and they can change all the community. Really, everything is from now. Those girls, you can see the difference. Because our school is small, we could not have a big, but the few girls that is in our school, when they go in the community, all the community talk about it. Just because at the beginning it was difficult for us to open a school for girls. The community challenging us. They did not want us to open the school for girls because for girls in the traditional, they just have to do the house job. They just have to go to find water, to cook, to give babies. They don't have any right for education. So we have to convince the community for us to open the school there. There you go, we have the school now, and those girls, they are making an impact, and now we are convincing the community, now they see the greatness of education. And this is just because of your implication in this organization. So we are here to say thank you very much. Because really what you did, what you are doing through to this money is changing lives. It's changing the entire community. Those girls, they can come here after years, they can be in America, they can be everywhere, they can change also the whole country just because of what you did. So we really, thank you very much. Those girls, they come from the war, the family that have been involved in the war, just like we see Ukraine today. My country used to be like that 15 years ago. People killing each other, the women are being raped. That's why we opened the school for young girls, for sewing school. The children, we have many orphans, so it was really, really, really out of control. Nothing was taking place. Education was the last of the thing to do, especially for girls. And now we have a school for girls just because of this church. I say thank you very much again for opening this door for us. Thank you very much for having us. May God bless you. Thank you, Pastor.